It's me intro. Me,
Okay.
my intro. And I will do, for my intro, something crazy.
Oh.
I will do, here we go. Ready? Here we are. Did you like that? Did you like my intro? Welcome to Genius Bar. We really snuck up on you. I bet you didn't see this coming. Wow, Sunday, last minute again. Here we are. We show up bright and early into evening, and by evening, it's probably almost midnight, but hey, you got us. What do you want?
Is this the show? Or is this what we're doing? Is this what
We've
we've
almost done
succumbed
200
to?
episodes. Why do I still gotta, we're so far into this relationship, man. Why do we gotta go with the foreplay? We could just go right into it. It's been so long.
Okay, let's just freaking jump right into the news, guys. We have so much to talk about today. It's been another crazy week.
Crazy. I haven't talked to you all week, it feels like. It's so nice to see your shiny face.
It's because we haven't. Everybody's busy. It's iPhone season.
You have friends and stuff, and I don't.
Barely. It's time to grind. You ready? You ready for these next? You ready for this push?
I don't like grinding in front of all these people.
Dude, I'll grind anywhere, anytime, baby.
Wow.
Especially if it's with you.
Why does anyone listen to this or watch the show still?
It's because we've got a lot of Apple news to talk about regardless, even though it's hosted by the two most Actually, I can't.
Because Mac rumors, 9 to 5 Mac, Apple Insider. All of these have podcasts, and they talk about Apple. And they probably talk about more Apple news every week than we do. So why are we the number one Apple show? How did we do it?
Well, it's just because of our charisma and our boyish charm, I think.
I think... I think so, yeah.
I think that's what carries us. Hey, listen,
I
know we've got a lot of iPhone news to talk about this week. For iPhone 16, we've got a newsletter to go through of some of info, what to expect soon. But I actually wanted to tell you about something really exciting that I found recently. Did you know we got the name for the next iPhone for next year?
Go on, did we?
Dude, it's going to be called the iPhone 17 Air.
Huh, wow.
This is so cool. I was reading over the weekend all these oh my gosh, what? And that's what it looks like. So I got this article called "Forget iPhone 17 Slim. Leaker says it will be the first ever iPhone Air." And then I start I'm like, well, that's a beautiful render. And then I'm like, oh, image credit, front page tech.
Hey, that's what I do. How'd they why is my name there?
I started reading that, Prosser says that they should call. So then I started looking at a bunch of articles, and there's a lot of articles.
Why
that
are there
seem to reference
so many?
you.
What the fuck?
Yeah. There's a lot of articles that reference not only showing a design that is complete bullshit, made up, not real, based off anything, but a name that you just made up. And this is why I was after your ass last week, because I said people are gonna get confused.
Time out.
I said people are gonna get confused.
Time out. You pause.
On your latest video.
You wait.
You clickbaited bad.
You wait. You hush. First of all, I have a couple things to say. Number one.
I bet you do. I should start with sorry.
No, what the hell is my number one thing to say? Number two, you are my friend. You're not the friend of these fucking publications. You got to defend me, defend my honor. There's nothing against us. Here's what's happening, Sam. At no point did I say that this was a leak or that this is the phone. The whole video is speculation. What you're seeing here is just fucking laziness. This is what I predict happened. I predict the news was slow. Mark Gurman was busy. So these publications weren't able to write enough articles. And then one of these publications, don't know who was first, decided, you know what, fuck, I guess so. Because what happened is you made a video about the Apple Watch 10 based off of what you wanted it to be. And there was no news, so as a result, I made a video about your things. So that's what I think happened. There was no news, and someone just said, John, I saw a front page check. That was a fun thing to watch. I'll just write about that. And then I think it's been a game of telephone ever since. I don't think anyone is watching the video. I think they're all just they're all copying each other. Half of the articles are probably written by AI. This doesn't feel like a me thing. I did not do this on purpose.
So if we look at your thumbnail again, it says iPhone Air first look.
You can't be on my ass for 2 weeks in a row about the same video.
Someone who has historically leaked things and shared things early, I think we could understand how there's some confusion when you say You're also, first of all, this is just funny because the people reporting on this should know that he's been wrong at literally everything. He's probably the worst Apple leaker of all time. So like the fact that you're covering this as a leak is hilarious. Second of all, you're a little skunk for this. And you need to, and this is skunk activity.
Why are you using their mistakes to take out anger on me? What did I do?
This is because
first of all, hang on. No, I have to defend myself. If you're gonna absolutely fucking shit on me in public, I have to defend myself. I came into this podcast. Tomorrow's my birthday. I came in with a great mood with my best friend.
It's my birthday.
We're having
I'm 31 and
making
washed.
ads. The episode starts great. We're laughing. We're joking. And then the second we hit record, you fucking pull your pants down and drop one right on my fucking face. That's what you did. And I don't know why. You should be defending me. You should be my friend. God!
Yeah?
I wasn't wrong about everything, first of all. You had a website that tracked me, and I was not 0%. I was 69%, thank you very much. 69 is not 0, and that's more than halfway right all the time.
Here's the deal, and this is a bigger conversation I want to push because I think you are starting to ruin YouTube. Yeah. And I mean it.
What are you saying? What do you mean I'm ruining YouTube? You have the floor.
Here's why. So when you start to upload videos like this that say introducing iPhone Air, first look at iPhone Air, like that, you have now so there's this thing that I call the clickbait spectrum. On the very left of the clickbait spectrum at 0% is 9to5Mac, which will be like iOS 18 beta 2 features and changes. That's like almost 0% clickbait. Yeah. They just put words in the title and they're like, we're just gonna put as many words here as possible and hope people click.
Yeah.
And then on the other end of the spectrum is you, which will be like introducing the 2025 iPhone. Here's your first look. Now, in your defense a little bit, in the video,
now he's gonna defend me a little bit.
In the video, you're very good at just being like, "Hey, everything I just made you click for, it's none of that." But let me tell you, it could be. It could be that, and because it's so interesting and stimulating, it gets great watch time. It's a very well-made video, and people will watch through it. That's why it still performs well. But you're kind of, there's actually another term for this that I've really been leaning to. It's called the Overton window. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
You're basically pushing the Overton window a little bit further. I can pull up. This is a concept that I think they use in politics. Let me see. Yes. Here we go. The Overton window is an approach to identifying the ideas that define the spectrum of acceptability of government policy. Okay, so you're basically shifting to be like,
you're giving me a lot of credit as just a dude.
Because now I'm going to have to start doing these videos if I want to keep up with you. And
Oh, yeah. It's not because it works. Now you have to do it because I started it. You're excused. Whenever you do it, in any future episode, I can no longer be like, hey, remember when you yelled at me about this? Well, you're doing this. Now you can say, yeah, I had to do it because you made me.
Because you shifted the window.
I'm not. I don't even know. I can't even see any windows. Can't even see outside.
I mean, that's kind of clear because you look like you're in a bunker. But I mean, I guess I also look like I'm in a bunker. It's red and evil. But I think this is a slippery slope because it's like, yeah, people want media coverage, and there's all these little YouTuber guys that are like little tiny guys that aren't me. Like, I don't have to do this, but you can imagine how somebody sees, oh, this is how Jon Prosser puts a video. It's shifting reality a little bit, so they feel like they have to follow. And I'm trying to do as least of that as possible because I mean, we basically have seen this with like news. Here's a great example of what we've already seen this pattern with. This is just a very small example. Like, remember when news websites would just say what it was? Like, let's go to like 9to5. And this is not picking on 9to5Mac as like a personal attack, but it's just true. This is how we've shifted. Like, here's a great title right here. Looking to get a good deal on your new MacBook purchase, these are the best options. Okay, that is obviously not telling you anything except a hint at what it is so that you click on the article. Look, we saw a bunch of ads. They make their money. They give you great content in return. But also the Shibumi ad is so funny. Wait, the Shibumi ad went away. My point is, back in the day, this title for 9 to 5 Mac would have been, check out this new MacBook for $8.99 on Amazon. But they want you to click and they can get a longer article. Google pushes that. So they shifted the window of acceptability. So over time, consumers began to accept that they had to click and do these things. And I'm not
surprised you don't have a PowerPoint. Like, this feels rehearsed. I am being attacked. This was a planned attack. This is my own personal 9/11 happening right now.
Well, it's not only you doing this. You are a symptom, but you are quickly becoming the most prolific.
Bro, how can you be shitting on me when Apple Circle exists? How can this conversation be happening around me at all when they get to just be?
Okay, we'll talk about them next. Because they're like... So
egregious. Egregious.
Okay, we'll get there. Okay, we're not there yet. I said you're a symptom of the problem. I didn't say you were the problem. I said you're accelerating it and you are the most visible right now. Yeah, what's up?
This is the same video that you gave me shit for last week. So why didn't you say this stuff last week? Why is it continuing? Is it because
I didn't see the articles?
Because I don't think they were out. I think the articles came like a week later or something because they were bored or they saw someone else do it. Like, how is this about me and not about the laziness of publications that are writing about it? Like, why is a front page tech video newsworthy? Most of the articles that you just showed were talking about me speculating. They weren't like Jon Prosser leaked it. They're just using it as a vehicle for advertisements.
Yes, but there were articles. I only showed one. There were others that were like, according to leaker Jon Prosser.
Okay, well then they should have watched the video, don't you think? Those people certainly seem like the people that just read it somewhere else, saw it somewhere else, didn't do the proper research. Those are the publications that are lazy and maybe you shouldn't listen to.
Sure, I'm with you because that is possible. I'm with you, but you are introducing confusion in the media space. And I'm surprised Andrew Edwards wasn't in our group chat lighting up, because anytime I introduce confusion in the media space, he's got 18 paragraphs about why. Yeah, so he's been real quiet. I don't think he's been listening lately. We're going to get a text right away, be like, I listen every week, shut up. But like here's a great example from 9 to 5 Mac again.
Did 9 to 5 Mac write an article about my video?
They did not. Neither did Mac Rumors.
Do you know why? Because they're respected, and their priorities are straight, and they're good at what they do. The other publications were just bored, lazy, didn't do any research. Like, if you even stopped before you wrote that article to just watch the video, it's very clear. Like, how they wrote articles without actually watching the video is impressive and reckless and weird.
One of them said that they did watch the video. And they were just like, this is interesting. Could it be called the iPhone Air? But again, you see how it's starting. Basically,
Is this where we're at now? Like,
first of all, we need content for the podcast. What is a guy supposed to do here? Okay, am I supposed to just not,
you got me there.
So anyway,
we're gonna.
Basically, I'm just saying this puts me as a fellow creator in a tough spot, because it's like now I feel like I have to go at that same level of like make this whole crazy because it's like iPhone 17 is boring now. We need iPhone Air. And you see how we're just like further pushing. I'm sure the audience will like understand part of what I'm saying, and maybe not necessarily that it's. I'm sort of labeling it as bad, obviously. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a shift. I'm not going to be one of these people that's like, oh, just because we're like progressing further in some way. Mm-hmm. But I think it is a little bit more murky, because that marketing is great and clever and beautiful. I'm applauding you as somebody
feel like it.
Who made... Oh no. I'm applauding you as somebody who did a really good video that clicked, but I'm also lauding you a bit because it's like, I do think your video is going to have people in my comments when the iPhone Air doesn't come out and be like, where the fuck's the iPhone Air?
That's on them. Just pay attention, dude.
But no,
I cannot be responsible for how lazy people are with their own expectations. Especially if you don't watch if you just watch it, it's clear. If you don't, if you have it confused, I don't know what you would like me to say.
You are absolving yourself of all responsibility, and I think that's not even
true.
Silly.
If you watch the video and you leave that video with anything that's like, wow, Jon Prosser just leaked iPhone Air, I don't know how to address that. Because that is not what happened in that video.
Yes, but when you... Just because what's in the package is different, the package still matters.
So they'll look at the thumbnail and then...
My genuine problem is exactly what your problem was when I said iOS 18 first look. It wasn't actually the first look at iOS 18. And since then, I've changed my views, and I feel like I've grown from that. My problem is you did not just say, introducing iPhone Air would be fine. It's the fact that you chose the thumbnail that said first look. Because
technically, I didn't choose the thumbnail. Technically, the audience chose the thumbnail. But I get it.
You just proved my point. You just proved my point.
Video,
people were most likely to click on the thing that was the most believable. So when you said first look, you could see how there was that shift. And it obviously performed the best because people clicked on it and they saw pretty renders and they thought it was real.
Okay, do we agree that there's a slight difference between you pointing and saying, this is it, and me going, and then in my video saying that there are leaks about an iPhone 17 Slim, and then speculating that's not what it is?
Yeah, I'm with you that there's a difference.
I think there needs to be... Okay. I think I need to make a clarification. I think something has happened behind the scenes that hasn't been communicated to the before the scenes, in front of the scenes, to the audience and to everyone.
Okay.
Front Page Tech, unless you hear something different, probably on Genius Bar, unless you hear me say something different, Front Page Tech is no longer... Holy fuck. Front Page Tech is no longer like a news show.
Whoa.
Yeah, like the iPhone 17 stuff, the Slim stuff had been out for weeks at that point, and we just came up with a creative way to like make that story an entertaining video. I'm not assuming when we go into there that we are introducing people to the iPhone 17 iPhone 17 Slim for the first time. I'm assuming half of those people have never heard that before, and half of those people they've seen the news. I'm just trying to make a good, like, editorial, opinion-based, entertaining video. That's what I want to make. So I think because of the fact that because I was a leaker number one, and because Front Page Tech is like considered or has been considered for a decade a news show, I can see how that could be misconstrued. That is not my intention. I don't consider it a news show anymore. I just consider it a video that I want to make. And if you want Apple news, especially in a timely manner, you should watch Sam. That's my disclaimer. Other than that, I don't know, would this have been completely fine if first look wasn't in the thumbnail?
I think that was my main problem with it. Just because I do think that, and I think the fact that the thumbnail A/B test showed that was the one that was getting clicked the most. Like you see how it's that slope. It's just a little slippery there, where it's like,
let's see how.
And I've been guilty of this in the past. To be clear, I have done things like this in the past that I have not seen initially. But like I have seen a website, post something about like my stuff before, and I am like, oh, that's not like actually.
I had no idea that happened. I'm like embarrassed for everyone that my video was being tossed around as a news piece by so many publications. Like that's like embarrassing that somehow that happened and I had no idea.
You know how I saw it?
Oh God, how?
Because it was on Reddit.
Oh, Christ. Oh, my God. What are the comments like? That place fucking hates my guts.
They're super positive. Nobody actually realized it was you. I think they forgot who you were.
That was close.
But yeah, basically, it was just seeing this Tech Radar article. And yeah, I mean, if you read it right here, it says, notebook check. Basically, here, let me just read this. And this is the article that I was mainly referring to. The iPhone 16 line is almost here, but some leakers are already looking towards the iPhone 17. This is the most
according
intriguing
to
thing
the
we've heard
latest
about
leak. That's just wrong. That's literally just wrong. And then other publications probably read that article and then whoop wrote it themselves.
This comes from Front Page Tech via Notebook Check, which claims that the slimmer iPhone model that has been previously leaked by a couple of sources may land as the iPhone 17 Air. Now, the rest of this article is just speculation, but it also just does say they've shared some renders they've created of the supposed design of the iPhone 17 Air. But I think...
That's fine if you're assuming that I'm leaking this phone, but at no point in that video do I claim or even get close to claiming that I'm leaking the phone.
Correct, but
This is fucking ridiculous.
Even John, even me as a viewer, I was like... I think, and because I understand where you're coming from, like as a creator, you're like, it's going to kill watch time and like it won't be as optimized if I say the words like, this is just an idea of what we think it's going to look like. And it's not as fun and it breaks up the story and the fun a little bit. But I think I
literally don't call it the iPhone Air until the middle of the video.
But
it starts out by saying, it literally says, as a disclaimer,
yes,
this is not about this year's iPhone, it's about the next.
Yeah.
What? How would you rather I have opened that up?
No, it's not that. Like I said, the opening is fine. It's just that when you're showing, like you were showing all of these renders, that I literally was like, did I miss CAD files for the iPhone 17? Because
yes, actually, you
and
did.
It turns out this was just a complete you just came up. This is just your guess, but
this is what happened. This is what happened.
You didn't say hey, what you're seeing on screen that has never been shown before, this is just our guess.
Publications. I would like you to hear this part. If you're going to write about this, you might as well write this too, because here's what happened. You want to know the real story, how I concocted this masterpiece? About 5 hours before the show was supposed to be posted, I texted Shay. It was like, hey, how can I get renders of this phone? And he's like, well, I only have 15 minutes. That's all I have. And he was busy doing something else. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then he started doing it anyway. He's like, what should we do for this? And I said, well, we don't need to make a whole new phone model. We don't have that kind of time. Just use, I said like iPhone 14, but make it slimmer. And then and he's like, what kind of camera? And there's a text of me saying, doesn't matter. It's not a real phone. Just pick one. And I think I wanted the vertical thing because it's not real. None of it's real. It was just, that's how little thought went into these renders. It wasn't and then he was like, well, what are the bezels going to be like? I was like, I don't know. Let's just use the iPhone 16 bezels, I guess. And that's what we did. That's how that whole fucking thing went.
Yeah.
And then you wrote articles about it.
Maybe this is a lesson that you
I'm going to do it more now.
That you do need to put more thought into everything you do because you have John, you have a responsibility as a creator to do your best.
That's fucking silly,
job.
dude. I'm just making YouTube. Why aren't they writing articles about
in 2 years?
I want to waterboard myself.
You want to watermark yourself?
Waterboard.
This could be me in 3 months if I let it happen. But I think that there's a way. Show that on YouTube.
Let me go. Just let me go. I don't know. I'm out of water. Let me do it.
I think here's what I'm trying to say in this conversation. And while it is picking on you, it's also picking on myself and it's picking on everybody else on YouTube. Okay? I think there's a way to do this thing right and have it perform great too. I think not confusing people at all and still making people click is possible. And I'm not saying it's me.
You don't think a good 75% of this is people being fucking lazy?
I think it's 25%. I don't actually think that's the main problem, to be honest.
No, I'm taking 25%. You can't give someone else. I took that already. I took that.
I think you're 50%.
50%?
Yeah, you're 50, big dog.
The 2 words take up 50% of this whole thing?
I think you should do this one. I think this one's for you.
Well, why me? Is there a particular reason why this one is for me? Okay,
I don't know,
fine.
maybe.
No. This is you. You've demanded it, so I will take the wheel. I am Jesus. I am taking the wheel, and when I take the wheel, we have fun and we get relaxed, and sometimes we do it at the same time with today's sponsor, Viia. Everyone, welcome Viia, brand new sponsor on the show. Listen, sometimes life is hard, and sometimes life is easy. On both of those occasions, you can end your day the same way, and that is with these very special, very lovely gummies from our sponsor, Viia. Now, what would you say if I said their gummies, you have a choice, THC-free gummies, and also some with the goods, some THC gummies, federally legal things. These are easy to consume, easy to do, and when you pop them gummies, I want you to think of me and Sam smiling back at you, because Viia, if you haven't heard, there's a percentage off. Are you prepared?
I'm ready.
You can get 15% off if you just use our code GENIUS. There's a link down in the description. I would never encourage this. But there's a link down in the description or in the show notes, and if you click that link and you select any product your heart desires from our sponsor Viia, you can use the code GENIUS when you check out. That does two things. One, it gets you 15% off and 100% zippity. And two, it lets Viia know that we sent you. So there's no confusion. When that order comes in, they're like, wow, so happy to have an order to send them quality products, and then they send it out, they'll be like, wow, I wonder how they heard about us. Now they won't wonder. Wonder no longer, Viia. The geniuses have arrived.
Thank you. Let them know that we sent you. That was Viia. Thank you for supporting our show.
You don't have anything to say? You just let me take the wheel completely?
You said you were Jesus, so I said okay.
All right. Thank you, Viia.
So we have Apple news to get into. Wow, this was way longer than I thought. I didn't expect this to be a conversation, but this is some good content. I think we got some good clips out of this. So thank you guys.
Oh, I'm glad. So you're doing it all for clips. It all comes out now. He's just doing it for clips.
See, I was confusing and deceiving you to then use. You see the layers.
This is oh my God. We've done so much bad in this episode.
Hey, Mark
I'm very wet. The waterboarding failed.
He's still with. Maybe next time, buddy.
Still with us.
You want to read this Gurman thing that he released?
No, actually. Thank you for asking me. I appreciate that.
Oh, what is this? Ad removed. I've never seen that. What does that mean?
Apple's iPhone 16 will keep sales stable until bigger changes arrive. How do you know that? How does he know that? He's just assuming.
Well, he actually... No, I think that's actually a pretty
Okay, go ahead, scroll down.
That's actually one of his least clickbaity titles. Sometimes he will change them. But it is like SEO first for Google, so like Apple's iPhone 16 being first. Here's the iPhone 15 launch event. Do you think that I'm gonna get invited this year? We should start making our bets because we are getting.
If you would have been nicer to me, my answer would have been yes.
What if you get invited and I don't?
I will gladly give up my spot for you.
Would you? Okay, here's a question: would you go if Apple invited you?
100% no.
If Apple, no strings attached, said you could go to the iPhone event.
No. I'd rather just make a video as I normally would.
You would turn down that million-view video?
Why do you think it's going to get 1 million views? I get pretty close not going.
Yeah, and fucking lying, you little piece of shit.
I'd rather stay home and lie then.
See, I'd rather go out there, burn my hair off, and tell the truth. And you just want to be at home and you'll be like, iPhone 16, Apple's biggest mistake. I'll be like, is this Apple circular front page tech?
Okay, I will make you a deal. And you're lucky you're getting this fucking deal after the way you treated me on this show the past couple of weeks.
Okay,
if Tim Cook, or if anybody invites me to an Apple event, I will give them you instead.
Really? You'll be like, he can sell?
I will give up my spot for you. Yes. And then when you're there and you're on camera and you're showing everyone Apple event stuff, I'm going to be sitting here like this. Not because you're there, but because I still chose you to go, even though you fucking shit on me in front of all of our Genius fans.
That is a true friend. But we can also play back all the times that he shit on me. So I think
Name one time.
There was like 3 weeks ago you were like, you baited me with something. You were like, you did this and people say this. Gotcha.
I don't recall.
This is me paying the trauma forward.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's what the show is for, trauma.
True. Okay.
I've been yelling a lot. I'm not going to yell the rest of the episode.
You remember?
I let you bring out the worst in me.
You remember that comment from months ago where somebody's like, all they do is yell? And we said we don't yell
yeah,
anymore?
well, look who is the one who caused it. Turns out it was you the whole time.
I didn't cause it. You caused it by doing your little shenanigans. Also, Chrome just told me that this Bloomberg tab is using 1 gigabyte of RAM. The
and I'm the bad guy on this show. Mark Gurman is the bad guy.
Dude, it's so bad that Chrome had to remove an ad from Bloomberg's website.
What are you guys trying to do? Or like, do you think that's how Bloomberg makes their money?
Too.
They're just using your PC to mine like Bitcoin while you're on it?
I just processed something. I pay like hundreds of dollars a year for this website to still put ads in my face. That's
so many ads that it like breaks the website. Apple's
this
iPhone
man
16
is giving me ads. Oh, I actually miss Mark. It's been a minute. It's been like months since I've seen him. I haven't felt the same.
Speaking of like weird influence and us thinking about before we do something or say something, AppleTrack tweeted, because I support my best friend no matter what. AppleTrack tweeted something. I think it was about this actually, the iPhone 16, probably about this article. And one of the replies was something about Mark Gurman, but they called him Gurmantis. Sometimes I say things just for fun and then realize it goes too far, and then people just they just say that now. And to Mark Gurman, I would like to issue a formal apology. I'm sorry that I didn't choose a funnier name. Since Apple Inc. revamped its entire iPhone.
Put down the shovel, bro. Okay,
since Apple Inc. revamped its entire iPhone line in 2020, rolling out new designs and 5G connections, the device hasn't had a major overhaul, and that won't change when the iPhone 16 lineup arrives later this year.
That's kind of sad.
Though last year's iPhone 15 Pro came with a titanium shell for the first time, it was basically the same phone as its predecessor. And while the iPhone 14 Pro added the dynamic island, hailed as a new interface, it wasn't really a major change from the 13 Pro, which in turn was only a minor tweak from the 12. It's your turn. I'm tired.
Okay, I'm not going to read the article. There's going to be 4 new models this year. Gurman says iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, and 16 Pro Max. Likely to be called, according to him. They won't look meaningful different or add major new features. I disagree, actually. I think so. Well...
Oh, you heard it! He disagrees! Start writing articles! Sam Kohl from AppleTrack! He said... Gurman wrong!
Here's the deal with the iPhone 16, and we should talk about this because I've been thinking about it a lot, especially I'm making a lot of videos on it. I've got my next video coming out on Monday, when the day after this is going to be about the September event. The video after that is going to be just about iPhone 16 stuff. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of iPhone 16 videos this week. We got like 3 different people doing renders right now. Everybody's working overtime at AppleTrack, right? We're paying out more monies than I've ever paid out for this content. But this is all based on the precedent that I thought there were going to be like exclusive AI features. And now...
Oh, well, you going to fucking change your video now? That would be the responsible thing to do.
Sure, I'd be open to that.
If you release those videos, you're just 1 month away from being in the
back
circle.
And forth like a child, like a pedantic child, and screaming at you when you criticize me. I might actually be open to that feedback and be responsive. I might change.
You're just a month away from being in the next circle.
You know, it's possible, and I'm open to that, and I want to be better.
Dude, I just want to fucking... Why did you choose to waterboard me? I could have chosen you.
Just get a little Sam Kohl doll and water. Okay, so basically Gurman says the big deal this year is going to be AI features, but these features are not launching on day 1, which is weird, and it's confirmed that all models are going to have the AI stuff. They're all going to get 8 gigabytes of RAM, but I also will just be shocked if it's only the features that they already announced in June. I will be shocked because, like, then just buy an iPhone 15 Pro?
You would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's Apple's whole point is they want to give you something you can't get on last year's phone.
Capture
so if
button.
It's just this, if it's just everything they've already shown, it's like, why would I not just buy a 15 Pro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what did the... Oh.
Yeah,
what did the 14 Pro have that the 13 didn't have? Just Dynamic Island? Because that's basically just a capture button.
Yeah, but Dynamic Island was so, like, entrancing. I still sometimes think about it and get bricked up.
You know what I think? I think it's time to accept something.
What?
I think it's time to accept that gone are the days of big changes year over year, because technology it's not advancing as fast as it used to, and we are old geezers stuck in that mindset. And I just don't think that's the way the world's going to be anymore. I think we got to strap in and strap on and prepare for iPhones to just be a new number and nothing else.
Nope, because according to my favorite leaker, Jon Prosser, he says it's going to be called the iPhone Air. So.
But that's next year. I don't know if you heard.
You did make that clear. That is the one thing that is clear. It's not this year. Okay, so he confirms that the cheaper iPhone 16 is going to get the action button. That was, that was just kind of obvious. Thank you, Mark. Cool. Speaking of buttons, there's going to be a new camera control on the right side. He does not call it the capture button, even though I think he was the original one that called it the capture button. It says it's going to be like a DSLR camera, allowing you to press in lightly to trigger the autofocus. Harder press will take the picture. You can swipe along the button to zoom in and zoom out while shooting photos and videos. Now,
are you pumped for that?
My photographer brain is pumped for that, but like in general, I'm not a big like photographer or videographer on my iPhone, so
the best camera is the one you have on you, is what they say.
It's a good camera, but it's no DSLR. I have a theory about this that I haven't shared yet, and
be careful how you say it, though.
I might put in my next iPhone 16 video. I know, and I think about this though because I have this responsibility to not mislead, and it's hard sometimes because I get excited.
Yeah, because saying speculation is not enough because people might not know that word.
So, well, you didn't say the word speculation. You said I think.
I don't have enough water.
No, I'm being facetious now.
I have a theory about the action button. Anyone's ever been waterboarded in Coke Zero?
That would be Coke boarded.
I'm a Coke board myself. Wish I had more than one.
Actually, sounds like a pleasant way. So, we've seen the iPhone 16s, right? Mm-hmm. We know what they're going to look like. Mm-hmm. I have a theory that there's going to be two different capture buttons. I think the capture button on the cheap iPhones is just going to be a little like a button, just like a physical switch on the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus.
Okay.
But I think on the Pros, it's going to be like kind of glassy. You'll be able to like swipe over it. It'll be kind of like a solid state button where it's like but do you really think Apple would give the cheapest iPhones that flagship feature too? That just doesn't make sense in my head.
Well,
Apple always does it on Pro the first year and then they trickle it down. We've never seen them in parity at the exact same thing.
Well, based on this picture that I'm looking at, that I think I sent you as well, it looks kind of glassy to me.
But I'm saying, do you think that's going to come to both the 16 and the 16
No,
Pro
I think you might be right. Like, unironically.
Because I just don't... Apple could have added the action button to the regular models last year,
I'm looking at something very suspicious right now, and it looks kind... Yeah. I think you might be right.
But then it's like, why would they add the capture button at all? I could see them being like, now we're also adding the capture button in the iPhone 16 Pros, but we're taking it even further. Here's so-and-so to tell you all about how photos just got their biggest upgrade yet with iPhone 16 Pro. Thanks, Jaws. Here at Apple, Then that's the whole bit.
Wouldn't it be funny if you got stuck in that bit and just like went for the rest of the show doing that and couldn't stop?
I have spent more hours of my life looking at Apple keynotes than looking at grass.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that might be true for me as well.
I think it is. I think it also is true.
Is that sad or cool?
It's pretty cringe, but we take what we can get.
Pretty cringe.
So Gurman talks about that. Surprisingly, this is super light on the details. For this late in the game, Gurman usually starts like reiterating a lot, but he just continues to say, this was interesting. He's like, another change is probably coming only to the Pro models, the bigger 6.3 and 6.9 inch screens. Like, what do you mean probably? Nobody has said that the screens on the regular models are getting better, are they? And then Gurman said...
I haven't heard that, I don't think.
New colors. He said blue's getting replaced by the popular rose gold, but he says it's from a few years ago. So would that be the
rose
iPhone
gold.
XS gold? That's what he says. That's according to
bringing back rose gold. Okay, there we go.
Yay. And then he said all 4 models are going to have 8 gigabytes of RAM, the minimum needed for Apple Intelligence. But then here was also what excited me.
Speaking of Apple Intelligence.
It's coming to the iPhone SE.
Now, I would like this. Okay, I would like an apology from everybody.
Okay.
Because how many people said, wow, they just want you to spend a lot of money for the pros. You got to have the new iPhone. They are limiting the rollout of Apple Intelligence to make you buy a new phone. And then on Genius Bar, we both said, yeah, but every phone after this is going to be equipped to do this now. It's not about, oh, my phone from last year doesn't do it. That's not the point. It's that in 5 years, every iPhone, everyone that has an iPhone will have Apple Intelligence. Even the SE4, as we've learned from Marcus Germantis. That's insane that they're giving it to the SE4 also.
And here's what's really exciting is Gurman also confirms it's going to have OLED. I'm actually shocked that they're putting an OLED screen on the SE. I honestly would have said just keep it LCD and make it $400. Like why make
that's
OLED
kind of the
is
question
insane.
now, huh?
Like OLED is that is crazy to me that they're putting like I get 60 hertz and everything, but OLED?
Yeah.
That was
it might just be literally like it. I wonder if it would cost them more money to put an LCD screen in there. Because then they're going to have new tooling and stuff just for this. Where there's all of their other phones are away from LCD, especially iPhones anyway. Yeah. So at this point, like to go backwards might actually cost more than to just spit out more of the existing or use old panels. I don't know.
That's fair. But here's what's really exciting. Because we've heard this now from, I think, 3 or 4 different sources. Gurman says that this is coming as early as the beginning of next year. Now, we've heard this like 3 or 4 times now. People are not even saying spring. They're saying like Chinese New Year right before then, which is like that's January.
If that's the case, why not just do it right before Christmas, bro? That's like it's perfect.
I don't know, but it sounds like traditionally the SE has launched in the spring. But a January launch of a new big... April. I mean, this is a big product. The SE4. I'm super legitimately excited for that.
Yeah.
And then Gurman goes on to say a couple other things. I find this interesting. Even Gurman says it's going to be an Air version. Gurman's also lying.
Hang on, what?
Next year, Apple will give its 4th model concept another try. The approach this time around...
Bro, I fucking...
The idea is to create an Air version of the iPhone.
Oh my fucking God. You wait a motherfucking second, dude.
Who is 7?
Hang on.
Who is
you
7?
Fucking wait a minute. Who is this person? How did this happen to me? You wait a second. Oh my God. You're telling me. You're fucking telling... Oh, hell. Why is the camera off?
Bro, it's been crashing out this entire episode.
I need to be seen. Take me to your leader.
Put a memory card in.
Okay, you fucking listen to me here, Captain Shit. You're telling me that for 2 weeks straight, I made a video speculating on this thing, and for 2 weeks, you gave me shit on this show, and it ends up being right? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's not right. He's also just guessing.
He wouldn't do that. It's Gurman. The other theory was that this was a foldable phone. Apparently not. If Gurman thinks it's an Air version, he even said the idea is to create an Air version. I'm gonna fucking fuck myself. This is ridiculous. I have been perjured on this show.
And then he says that Apple wants...
I can't believe this, dude.
He says he wants Apple to put the Pro version into the super thin, but that's not coming. He also says there's going to be a foldable iPhone and a foldable iPad, and the tablet iPad foldable is coming sooner.
Oh no, I am fired up for the slack I have taken. And Garmin just said the same thing 2 weeks later. And he's not, I'm speculating. He's not.
Yes, he is. He said it'll be an iPhone Air of sorts. He probably saw your video and was like, I should start saying this too.
Oh, yeah, because that sounds like Mark Garmin hearing Jon Prosser say something and go, you know what? I, Mark Garmin, agree. When has that ever happened? Unless he knows, he says the exact opposite of me.
And I just want to say, actually, I think I'm the architect of this. Didn't when we first hear about the iPhone Slim, I said it was going to be called the iPhone Air? I feel like I said that on this show.
Okay. So now that this has gone around, you want credit?
Yeah.
Okay,
fuck,
I accept. I don't even know if what you're saying is correct, but I don't care about doing the research because I'm also lazy. At least I'm not writing an article about it, Tech Radar. If you want credit for this, if you came up with the iPhone Air idea, guess what? You're taking credit for my fucking video, too. All this shit that you gave me is right back at you. Everyone could have been saved if it wasn't for you.
Do you want to keep going?
That's what we're hearing.
Are you done or can we keep going?
Oh, I'm never done.
I know. It's not done until it's over.
You can keep going, but I'm not done.
Are you standing up right now?
Yeah, I am pissed.
Okay, let's keep going.
I couldn't physically sit if I wanted to.
You know what's gonna cure you though? This was all building up to something that's gonna cure you.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a new mini product in the works. And this product is the Mac Mini Mini.
The Mac Mini Mini.
Meanier, as you would say. You heard about this, right?
I've heard about it once from Apple Track on Twitter. X, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So, there's
Imagine
a new
if
Mac
people
Mini.
like skip into the episode and they see like, how did I get wet? There's so many questions. Why am I standing? Why am I completely wet?
You are very wet. At least you don't have to wash it. So there's a new Mac Mini. Remember we were speculating that we heard a week ago, Gurman was like, I'm teasing that there's a big Mac redesign happening this year. It could be the Mac Mini to MacBook Pro to iMac. And me and you said it was going to be the iMac Pro because of his own reporting. Turns out he said, JK, just kidding. He said, actually, it's going to be the M4 Mac Mini getting the redesign. It's going to be about half the size, almost the size of an Apple TV 4K.
What?
And I speculated, as I was reading this, I was like, I wonder how they're doing this. And then he said, basically the idea is they're just cramming the M4 iPad Pro into an M4 Mac Mini. Completely new design, first redesign since like 2010, over a decade. I think it's exciting. I think it sounds pretty good overall.
I mean, I do want it, to be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not telling me it's not the... You're not... See, I could prevent this and no one would give me shit. But you're telling me it's not the Mac Mini that I leaked 4 years ago, something like that? The one with the thin one?
Now you're just in hurt yourself mode.
No. When I do something a little scanty, I will admit to it. I have no problem. I have no shame.
Like,
that's fine. It's being
honestly,
ridiculed for something that I was right about anyway.
Honestly, watching this back, it does remind me you used to be worse. So maybe, you know what? Actually, I think it's just that bad people are always bad people and they never really change. You're just
What's
different.
your problem? What a fucking loser that guy is.
Look at old John. Oh, I miss this era of the
No
news
one
show.
misses him. I don't miss him.
It's called Exclusive First Look. New redesign and more. Mac Mini M1X.
To be fair, we had seen pictures of that.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you got the MacBook Pro wrong?
Dude. Yeah. You want to shit on me? You were doing a podcast with me during this time.
Wait,
so how is this version of me...
Why did I associate with you?
Genius
Bar that call.
Is Genius Bar that old?
Yeah. Here it is. You want to see the new Mac Mini? That's the old one. Here's the new one.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see it. Here we go. Here we go. It looks great. Wow. I'm going to laugh really hard if that's what it looks like.
That would be, I would owe you the biggest apology ever. But also, it's not going to be that because you said it was like smaller and taller.
For no other reason. Like at this point, I don't even want that to be what it looks like. A tiny little Apple TV 4K sounds way cooler.
Here's what it's actually going to look like.
If there's ever been someone that loved me in this world, Jesus, please make the new Mac Mini look like that. I just want one episode where Sam has to come on the show
and apologize.
Just one episode.
Here's what I think the Mac Mini is actually going to look like, though, and this is so funny that we are unironically on my website.
Why does it look like that?
It hasn't been updated in about 4 years, and I haven't bothered doing it. Oh, apparently my resources.
Wow, you're just as bad as the Bloom.
So yeah, this is I think a better look at what it's going to be.
That'd be fucking sweet. It does not need to be that thick, though. That's for sure.
Do I still make money from this? I think I make like $2 a month for my website, unironically.
That's more than I make.
2 French fries at In-N-Out.
Man, shout out to Past Us for hoping that websites would work.
Yeah, we really tried our darndest.
We had wow, the level of optimism we had.
We tried so hard.
I'm really proud of them for giving it a go.
Yeah. I think
to be
that's
fair, at least your
looking.
idea for a website was like original and good.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be another news website. Why? Do you know how many people work at Mac Rumors?
There's like 10.
There are way more people than me.
Yeah, I think they make a lot of money too. I've heard Mac Rumors makes a lot of money.
They should come on. You're invited to come on the show and tell us how much money you make.
Thank you.
We'll go first. Genius Bar makes $2 a month.
Yeah,
and it's actually coming from Apple Track.
yeah,
from the website.
But yeah, I think this is a good look at it. Kind of like he said, it would be a little bit taller but tinier, and it's still going to be aluminum.
That's like me.
So, yeah, so that's cool. And he said the new iMac Pro is still in the works. It's just like might be coming next year still.
I think we need to talk about a terrible phenomenon that occurs on this show.
What?
This show is like Russian roulette as a viewer or a listener. You could be going through trying to shoot 6 bullets knowing that there's only one in the chamber, okay? And you shoot pew 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 pew. And all of the you just watched 5 terrible Genius Bar episodes. And then suddenly you get a 6th one that is a little crazy. How does that happen? Where like totally normal, kind of not great episodes of Genius Bar, and then you just get pure insanity, and there's nothing in between. There's nothing in the middle. You don't get a kind of mediocre show. You just get not great or insane. There's one in the chamber today, is what I'm saying.
There really is. Oh, hey, I just saw something else that you'll really enjoy.
I can't take any more hurt. Why? What is it?
So you know how we were just making fun of your Mac concept being wrong?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Max Tech just used your concept in their most recent video.
The damage I have done to this space is incredible.
See? You're just one step away.
No, I'm not.
What is this?
No one has seen an Apple Circle video and used that.
There you are.
Yeah, there I am.
Oh, they sped it up.
To be fair, the one they showed right before that had a fucking antenna sticking out of it, so I absolved myself of this.
No, it's going into the table. Oh yeah, I always.
What is that happening, dude? Is that an antenna?
No, it's a cable.
Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening.
Oh,
well, Zone of Tech, be expecting a Tech Radar article that's like, that's an antenna. Mac Mini with antenna. And then guess what? Everyone else is going to write articles based on that one.
Yeah,
and then Sam Cole's going to get you on the podcast, and he's going to shit on you. You didn't know any of this existed for weeks, but he's been sitting on it, and he's going to scold you in front of everybody.
I have a question. What do you do during the week? Like, you don't pay attention to news, but you have to work. So, like, what are you doing?
I don't pay attention to the news because I don't have to.
The robots are after me, and I need help. For all the audio listeners, he's just making robot hand signals on
I'm
the
the
screen.
robot, and I'm coming to get you.
Oh no!
Look
Can
out!
you stop
I'm coming to steal
robocalling
all
me?
your data and sell it.
No. Luckily, I have DeleteMe.
Yay! Delete me. We love Delete Me. We stand Delete
Listen,
Me.
if you ever been the subject of identity theft, John, have you ever been harassed?
I have.
Have you ever been scammed?
Yup.
Have you ever been just darn annoyed by spam and robocalls?
All the time.
I was annoyed by a robot just moments ago, but guess what? With DeleteMe, here's how it works. DeleteMe finds and removes personal info you don't want online, and they make sure it stays off. It's a subscription service that removes your personal info from the largest people search databases on the web, and in the process, help prevent potential ID theft, doxing, phishing scams, yada, yada, yada.
Yada.
Listen, you sign up, you tell them what information you don't want out there. They do scanning. They kind of it's like a counter AI. Like they send out the counter bots to be like, actually, we're gonna make sure this stuff stays offline. And I have dramatically noticed an increase in robocalls. That is real. I used to get like 1 or 2 maybe a day, and now I get like 1 or 2 maybe every couple months.
That's pretty
so
cool.
It's a major increase. And as somebody who is online and has a lot of myself online, I mean, I can't ask for much more than DeleteMe.
It's hard being as famous as you.
I know. So take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. Now at a special discount, John, for our listeners.
20%.
John, did you know today you can get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to
Join
DeleteMe. JoinDeleteMe.com/GeniusBar. It is. It's JoinDeleteMe.com/GeniusBar. Use promo code GeniusBar at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to JoinDeleteMe.com/GeniusBar and enter code GeniusBar at checkout. That's JoinDeleteMe.com/GeniusBar, code GeniusBar.
That sounds so not real. You might as well check the link yourself, listeners and viewers. You might as well go verify that deal. You know how like the Navy SEALs went in and got Bin Laden? This is like getting your own team of Navy SEALs to go in to get everybody that is against you.
We're still in the ad.
Thank you, DeleteMe. I have absolved myself. I am really good. Like, very good at admitting when things are done better by other people than I. And news is better done by you.
But you can still pay attention to it.
Nah, I don't actually care. Like, the only reason I paid attention to tech news so,
Whoa.
So, what would you call it?
Fervently.
The only reason I did that was because I had to I always felt the pressure of like, well, I gotta be the first to make a video about it, so I gotta pay attention to the news. But now I don't care because one, I know every week, usually around this time, I'm gonna find out what's happening in the world of Apple, and so I have that, and all of my best ideas for front page tech come after this show. Like the whole iPhone Slim thing that happened on this show. You see?
So we're the problem for future you.
No. I care about this stuff, but not like I used to. Because I'm not excited about it. Like I'm excited about I'm not excited about any of this technology. I'm excited about what it enables, and I want to make videos about that, or like what the leaks mean. Instead of just being like, this is a leak, this is what it says. I want to be able to make a video that goes, but I think this is what it means. And that's what is fun for me.
Do you want to put me under the gun now?
Why?
Oh, that's so mature.
Why would I want to do that?
Because I started a controversy.
You did?
Yeah. With this tweet.
Okay, the tweet says foldable phones have been around for 5 years and have captured only 1.5% of the global smartphone market. Nobody wants these. What's the controversy? You're right.
Because people say that whenever Apple does it, that I'm going to say, like, I need that.
You see, that argument is so lazy and bad.
I know, I don't like it either.
You need to be able to provide proof that that's either happened before. Like, I don't understand. Why is that the default? How is that a good response to what you're saying? You're saying, yeah, that's true, but if it was Apple, like, you're just admitting that it's true.
Yeah.
That your defense is not of foldables. Your defense is About Sam?
But this was the controversy I started.
I should just side with everyone that's against you for the shit you've given me.
Yeah, you really should. They said it's incredible how stupid he is.
Oh, the Galux? I think I have that guy blocked. Not because I don't think he's ever interacted with me. I just hated seeing this stuff.
But they said it's incredible how stupid he is. Oh, that's really funny. Shay always comes to defense. And then this person said, "What can you say when an Apple fanboy thinks Apple is God at everything?"
I don't
understand. And then he got cooked. Dude. Bro said, "Where's the lie?" Yeah, let's get him, JV. But here's the question: was this a mean tweet? Like I made it, and
no.
My mom would always say, "You're gonna make somebody feel bad for owning one of these."
Why did he screenshot
phones.
that instead of just quoting it?
Oh, because it took everything not to reply this. He just steals everybody's information and tweets it as his own, so he gets maximum engagement.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, cool. And everybody's images, stuff. He just takes their content and then tweets it as his own.
What? That account has 82,000 followers, and you give me shit. I'm disappointed in everyone that uses the internet who allowed that to happen. What? Huh? 82,000 followers? To just take screenshots of other people's tweets?
That's welcome to Twitter, bud. This is not him. This is the entire platform enables it. Even Elon screenshots tweets on his own platform.
I'm not allowed to say anything about Elon because the audience will be upsetty spaghetti.
Speaking of Elon, I have something very exciting to well, yeah, actually the other thing I wanted to talk about. Did you see this tweet from me?
Yeah, I did see that. I get notifications when you tweet because I care and you're my friend, and I would never talk poorly about you on our show or say that you're basically the Apple Circle. Because I would never do a podcast with the Apple Circle.
I mean, they could be entertaining. Did you see that they opened up orders of the Cybertruck? So you could get one right now, basically, if you want. They're charging you an extra $20,000 on top.
Foundation series, yeah, that doesn't sound good.
So tomorrow they have opened up test drives, and I'm going to be one of the first people in LA to do a test drive of the Cybertruck.
Are you going to buy a Cybertruck, Sam?
Not for this price, but I do want to drive it and see what it's like. So I'm going tomorrow.
So you are going to buy it for this price. You're going to drive it tomorrow and go, oh my God, and then you're going to pay $20,000 extra.
Well, I don't think so, but I just wanted to bring that up.
That smile says there's a chance.
I am very excited. I do not like Elon Musk. Is a person.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
He's very hurtful to a lot of people, and even his own child hates him. Which is
bro, he's a fucking savage dog.
But I do think he is a good leader for Tesla. He's placed his bets in the right place, and I think Tesla's going to win the autonomy race as well.
You know what I just realized as a grown-up?
What?
Joe Rogan is not even close to funny.
Yeah.
So, like, I appreciate the Joe Rogan podcast. I've seen a lot of episodes of the podcast. And he's a great podcast, or maybe the world's best podcaster. But stand-up, he should not be allowed to do.
Yeah.
He says things that aren't jokes, like true or not. He just says it so people will share clips of it on Twitter and go, wow, he's such a savage. He said that out loud. But, like, it wasn't a joke. It's just him saying things, trying to be offensive and edgy. And sometimes I could see how it could be offensive or edgy to a certain group of people.
I need to watch the new Netflix special because I've heard it.
No, you don't. I have never watched a stand-up special, and become actively angry at how not because of anything he said. He certainly didn't offend me. I don't give two shits. It was just so unfunny that it pissed me off. That he was like, how could you be so not funny? All you have to do is try a little bit.
Hey, John, comedy's subjective. I bet there were laughs in the video. Comedy's subjective.
They live streamed
people
that
think
too.
He's funny. I did see Netflix.
So there wasn't like he recorded a couple specials and they only included the good bits. It was just all terrible the whole time. And it has me questioning, should I go back and watch older Joe Rogan stand-up specials that maybe I thought were funny before, and now I know the truth, that he's not funny?
Oh, I've tried to watch every Joe Rogan special that he's put out, and I can't get through like the first 10 minutes.
I don't remember seeing any other Joe Rogan special and being like, wow, he's like actively not funny.
No, I have had that impression every time I've seen clips of his stand-up. Yeah, but I think he's an incredible like interviewer. That's why he's just so good at that. That's why he's so successful. But
on the podcast, he talks to like a lot of stand-up comedians, and they'll like talk about relatable stuff, like what it's like doing a set or bombing on stage and all this other stuff. And I watched a podcast of his after I saw the newest special, and he was like talking to Shane Gillis about, when this happens when you're on stage, and I got mad at that. I was like, dude, you can't now. I won't fall for this now. You can't like be relatable with your stand-up buddies. They're doing actual stand-up, and you're just pretending.
I love stand-up though. Who's your favorite comedian right now?
Shane.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Shane and Theo. Yeah.
Oh, that makes even more sense.
Yeah.
I used to be a big Theo Von fan until he started to share some of his views on the world, and I was like,
Well, just separate.
I know, but it's really hard for me because that has been coming out more in his jokes as well. My favorite comedians right now are probably Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. They actually have a podcast called Bad Friends that crushes like crazy. Bobby Lee is probably my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. He's
really,
I love him.
My favorite. If you would have asked me at any other time in my life, my answer to my favorite stand-up guy would have been Louis C.K. And then he really ruined that for me.
Yeah. He ruined it for a lot of people, a lot of women in particular.
So right now it's Shane until he Louis himself.
Did you watch
or asks someone to listen to him, Louis himself?
Did you watch the Kill Tony Trump versus Biden event that they did?
Oh, I've seen clips from it. Where it was Shane and who?
What's his name? He's so good. He does Dr. Phil live.
Yeah, I saw clips from that. Yeah,
I gotta find it. He's so funny. Yeah, dude. He's Adam Ray. He is hilarious. Great stand up. I don't know. I love those guys. There's so many good comedians out there. Yeah.
Sam Kohl.
I love.
Have you heard of that guy?
Cringe,
yeah, not funny.
Cringe. No, not at all. Not even a little.
He's just kind of mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
I don't know. I don't know Sam Kohl.
Okay, guys, that's going to be all for this one, I think.
What even was this? Like, what
hopefully there's going to be actual news, so I don't have to just like make fun of my friend for 30 minutes, because even I was getting tired by the end of that.
I'm glad. Oh, you wait till next week. I'm gonna start digging.
Yeah, wait. I'm actually scared. Yeah, look for my old. Speaking of old tweets, do you have any old tweets out there? I bet if I went back far enough, people are going to be like, "This is them preempting a cancellation." Like next week,
they know.
They're like planting
they did
the
something
seeds.
already, and they're trying to get in front of it. Yeah.
No, honestly, my biggest cancellation was Casetify. That was still my biggest.
Nothing.
And that's like not actually a.
Yeah.
That's people losing respect for me. But that's not like I did like something.
Yeah. Was Casetify underaged?
I sure hope not.
There's still time for that to come out, so let's just hope.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, on that horrible, depressing note, I will see you next week.
Why do we? Maybe we should cut all that. I don't know.
Nah, I'm not cutting any of it.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week. I gotta play the music.
Okay, we're gonna. Did we play the
music again? Go ahead.
Yeah, we did play the music because remember you couldn't figure out if it was too loud or we couldn't hear it.
Yeah. Sorry.
You had an insane episode of Gene Spar this week, which means next week is probably going to be tame and bland.
We're gonna
look forward to that.
What are you doing on the rest of the week? You really are like a little hat.
I'm working on video. Oh, nice. What's your next video? I don't know if it's the next one. It might take longer.
Ooh. Really easy.
Are you blinded?
Yeah. You know what bad they shine away is blue eyes.
That was satisfying. It's bad to shine at people with blue eyes?
Just anybody's eyes, really. See, that's...
See you next week. I mean, I won't see you, but you'll see me.
Happy pre-birthday, by the way. It's his birthday, August 12th. Everybody wish Jon Prosser.
Oh, yeah, it really felt like this was my birthday episode. It really felt like it. You really made it feel wholesome and nice.
Oh, now I feel bad. It is your birthday.
We'll see you next week.
Sorry.
I'll be 31 then.
Whoa.
This is my last Genius Bar as a 30-year-old.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Bye.